is the misinformation that we have about each other. Your grandmothers have taught you things that's just absolutely not true. Wait on a man to ask you to marry him. Well, see, hold up. You're in a relationship. You have every right to know where your life is going and what timetable is going on. See, we leave out something with this marriage thing. Oh, well, I want to get married. He ain't asked me. Do you know you all are on a whole nother clock than us? You all have a biological clock that's steady ticking from the time you turn 18. We ain't got no clock. We do not have a clock. Yeah.
2 heads.
See right there. So by 25, you start getting a little bit more serious. By 30, you say, I'm 30. Why? I got to have a child. A guy turns 30, there's nothing in us that says we have to have a child. There's nothing in 30 that says we have to be married. The only thing kicks in with us at 30 is I got to start getting my money right. But then we are engaged in so much foolishness by the time we're 30. We're so caught up in the game of showing our manhood as a player, as the man, that we now have our life out of order. And once your life is out of order, you're in trouble with getting your money right, because your money will never get right until you get your life in order.
Therein lies one of the problems. Our timing is off. So then by the time they're where they need to be, we've already been there. And so in your book, you say women should look at a man's potential. Yes. A lot of times we don't do that. You know, when you say, why can't a successful black woman find a man? A lot of times we have gotten to a potential place. And I have this window of time. I can't look at your potential. You want it, all of a sudden I want to own my own cattle ranch. And so I'm starting off with different, I don't have time. I need you to have realized some of your, and it's not that I'm putting you down, but it's like, I'm there already. I'm trying to get what I have worked so hard to have. And I'm asking for the same.
But Sherry, you're looking at it in such a microscopic way.
Okay.
You've put potential into where he's at in terms of his career. There's the whole idea. There's all these different capacities. Your goals are in line with you. You want to have children, have a family, right? Right. So he's part of that potential, no matter where he's at in his career. Whether
well,
he's
a man is always part of the potential to get me pregnant.
Let's hold up. Let's take this potential example, and I'll use some folks that I've known almost 20 years. There was, and I talk about this in my book very briefly, the fourth-year attorney at a very prominent Chicago law firm who's doing extremely well. She's on her way to becoming partner. A guy wants to date her who just got out of school, didn't have a job, had a car with a hole in it, had no money, but she's a very successful lawyer. And she's actually even practicing in her hometown where she has incredible relationships. He's not even from the town. He doesn't know anybody. She saw potential in him. In fact, she saw it so much that when they were married, she was the primary breadwinner in the family for the first 10, maybe more years in the family. Now he's president of the United States and she's the first lady.
Okay.
That is dating potential.
But let me tell you something about that potential. I completely held. That is a wonderful. You were right. First lady, thank God she saw his potential. But as well, President Obama didn't come to her going, hey, I want to be a lawyer. He came into that law firm graduating from Harvard already. So when he came, but I'm just saying, so when he came, yes, she saw the potential, but excuse me, ladies, when you come from Harvard and you come and you're working at a law firm, you may not be making what the partner is making, but I already know you're going to be making some money. You're going to be able to take care of his home. If you're saying as boss, she did see his potential.
And on top of that, they were in their 20s. They were in their early 20s. The men you date then, when you are in your 20s, are not the same men you are going to date in your 30s or 40s. It's just not.
And I'm not speaking of... Okay.
Y'all keep clapping about this. And that's where you're so off at. Okay. You've been taught this. It's embedded in your line of thinking. And then when a man tells you the real deal, you don't even want to hear it. First of all, there is a difference between becoming a woman and becoming a man. Mm-hmm. We all agree with that. It's not saying one is harder than the other. It's just a different set of rules to become that. What you do not realize is that you are really the missing link, the piece to this man's whole being and self and understanding. You won't give yourself the credit, but then at the same time, you want us to be the blame. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? What Hill Harper is trying to say to you point blank, there are men with potential, but because you are eyeballing the position so hard, you can't see the potential.
Are all of you saying black women are too picky, they need to lower their standards?
The standards need to be reasonable. I don't think you need to lower your standards.
I don't think
but
we
just
have
look, you know what?
Sir.
The same things you look for in a good person, you should look for a good mate. He should be loyal.
Absolutely.
There should be a mutual attraction. That means you keep yourself tight, and he should keep himself tight, looking, and he should be hardworking. Because you can find a one-legged midget with 3 eyes, and if he has these 3 qualities, you and he can make it work.
We gonna be real? That's not gonna happen.
I'm just saying. If that's what you want, if you find him attractive, and he finds you attractive, y'all can make it work.
But I am trying to hear you. I'm not trying to argue against what you were saying, but when you say in your book as well, Steve, I think I have 3 copies of your book that I've given away to friends, and you talk about men have to get to a place in their position, that's important to men too, their position and what they do, because it defines who they are. But then you try to make me sound like I am at fault because I'm going, that's important to me too. I look for stability. I want a man that can come in and know that he can take care of the family. He can be that man. He can step into that position. I feel like, you go, what? You're not understanding Hill. I am trying to listen to you, but it's important to you to your position. And you guys work hard. You strive hard for something. And when I say, I want the same thing, then I'm wrong for asking for that.
Well,
but ultimately,
now y'all scared to clap. But Steve got him. You're so scared to clap.
Again, with the nobody's asking you to lower your standards. But what I'm saying
lower
is,
them
hold on a second. Women choose men, right? Don't go around choosing bums. You choose these dudes fresh out the joint. Hold on a second.
Okay.
You choose these dudes fresh out the joint. You choose these dudes working at Burger King. Hold on a second. Time out.
Are women too picky, or are they picking bombs?
You haven't said anything, Jimmy.
You choose a dude, and he doesn't have all 3 qualities. I mean, he may be attractive to you mutually, but he isn't loyal and he isn't hardworking. Women have to make better choices, I think.
Jimmy, but I'm confused. You want us to lower our standards,
No, I don't.
But if we choose bombs, we're choosing too low.
He clearly is not hearing what you're saying.
Okay.
So, Sherry, I'm feeling where you at. And I understand what Jackie's saying too. You should not accept less than what you want.
Right.
It is the beginning of a demise if you do that. But what I'm telling you about this side over here, men are very used to standards and requirements. That's how we make the track team the basketball team. That's how we become the highest jumper on the street. We start from who can run from pole to pole the fastest. So your standards is what we know we have to rise up to.
Right.
What happens along the way is, as you lower your standards with your frustration, you then allow this mediocrity to enter into your life. So you must start with your standards, keeping them right where you are. You're 100%. Now, here's what he's saying though. In your standards, are you looking for the standards of the ambitious guy, the hard worker? You all are oftentimes the difference maker, the one thing that could get the guy to the next level.